Well, I hope you're enjoying Deano's story. I'm going to cut it short so that my intros to his stories are even shorter. Enjoy.
Morning. So let's tell you what happened after December the 13th, 2023. So you have to remember that a daddy turned up to his final court case on December the 13th, 2023, and has now had a stranger that's never met him, a stranger that's interviewed him for 4 minutes and given him 2 questions, as I've said in previous chapters, about a parking ticket and my relationship with my son's mother, which has always been amazing, has recommended to the judge that I write my son a letter once a month from December the 13th, 2023. So, a son who's had 10 years of love, 7 years of private schooling, a beautiful life, grade A student, Team A cricket, Team A football, Team A rugby, loved by the school, loved by neighbours, loved by the village, a totally loved boy, sees his daddy every day, speaks to his daddy every day, and has been in my life 10 years. I've now had a stranger from Kafkas recommend to the judge, a stranger, that I write my son a letter once a month, and the judge accepted that on December the 13th, 2023. On top of that, they told me that my son will live with his mother in Worcester till he's 16 years old. This is a boy who has been parental alienated since April the 15th, 2022. 2 years after being taken from me, Kafkas are taking letters off him saying he no longer wants a relationship with his father, and don't mention the parental alienation. And remember, my son hasn't just been parental alienated from me. He's been parental alienated from my family, neighbours, friends, school. He's been seen by no one, and Kafkas don't even mention it. In fact, they say there's no sign of parental alienation here. And this is what I'm going to get to when I tell you when I speak to Kafkas. And on top of that, the restraining order that was issued to me in criminal court when I was found not guilty of anything. In other words, the one allegation she made to steal my son, I was found not guilty. The 2-year restraining order will stay till April 2025. So I'm standing in that courtroom as an amazing daddy who has simply lost his son because the mother of his son wants to live in her dead mum and dad's house. Her dad died in March, she never told me, in March 2022, and in April 2022 she moved into their house. So she now lives in a £1 million house in Worcester that's empty, surrounded by her entire family. And Kafkas don't see it. That's their recommendations, that he lives with the mum till he's 16, no sign of parental alienation at all, the restraining order stays on me, and I can write my son a letter once a month. My son. So obviously, this is not a parking ticket, this is my son. But this is how the system is. I stood there on December 30th, beaten up. We're at Christmas spirit, everyone's happy, and on December the 13th, I've realised that despite everything everyone told me, not to worry, you've been an amazing dad, you've got nothing to worry about, Deano, my son has not only been taken, every option of seeing my son has been taken away because of the fear that she's claiming she's now living in. A lady that lived with me, within half a mile of me, and has seen me every day for 10 years, has moved 3 hours away to Worcester. Clearly premeditated, living in her dead mum and dad's house, and she's now claiming fear, but not only for her, for my son. And the system, the police, and Kafkas, despite no history, no evidence, ever, have completely gone with that fear. So can you imagine how I was feeling on December the 13th? Now, the first thing I did after about 3 days, and let me tell you, you've only got 21 days to appeal that decision. Okay, 21 days. It's December the 13th. So December the 23rd is already 10 days. Remember, they come back on the 2nd. We're at Christmas and New Year time when everyone's going home, let alone worrying about my case. I rang some places and I explained that I'm completely beaten up. This system has taken me to the point that I understand why dads jump off Beachy Head I understand why dads don't make it. I went to the place that people recommend, what's it called, the human advice place or whatever, civic advice, and they said, listen, you can now qualify for legal aid, thanks, after the case, after my son's been taken. All the times I've said, can I get some legal help, and they've said nothing. All them 2 years of being broken, they're now saying, oh, you can have legal aid now. So anyway, this is the reality, and I'm going to tell you. So I thought, well, at least I can appeal it with some help, because at the moment no one's listened to me, no one's read anything, because I'm just a dad, I'm not a solicitor or a barrister. So that was good. I thought, I've got some legal aid. I think it was about December the 20th, but they said there's no point doing anything till the new year. So I've now got legal aid. So I then went to the place everyone told me to go, the Civic Persons Authority in Uxbridge or whatever, and I said, listen, I need some help with this appeal, obviously. I'm completely beaten up. My heart is broken. My soul's destroyed. The system has been nothing but atrocious. The fact that a lady can just say she's scared, and she's so scared, she's had separate entrances, she'd had screens. The system's just given her everything, and I need some help. They said, don't worry, and they gave me 5 phone numbers for local solicitors on January the 2nd and 3rd that can help me as a daddy. I thought, thank God for that. This is no joke. I rang the first one. Yeah, hi there, we're very busy, it's a new year. Can you just send us an email and send us an email? Thank you, bye. Wow. So I sent them an email. Hi there, I'm just a dad looking for some help with I rang all 5, and that was exactly the same answer. So by January the 4th, I've rung these 5 solicitors, I've emailed these 5 solicitors, which is extremely mind-numbing. And none of them rung me back, and none of them emailed me. So on the 6th, I went back to Uxbridge. This is all honestly, you just feel like this world is so broken. I went back to the Human Civic Authority place that advises you, and I said, listen, you give me 5 solicitors, thank you. None of them have rung me back. None of them have emailed me back. Can you help me? I need a solicitor that's going to help a daddy. No problem. They gave me another 12. I thought, well, that's 17. So I went back on the 7th of January. I've now got 12 that are going to help me. I rung 2. Yeah, hi, they were extremely busy, New Year and all that. Yeah, can you email us? Actually makes you feel sick as a daddy. I'm going to be honest, it takes your heart away. Well, I emailed all 12. So that's now 17 solicitors recommended that will help a dad who's been broken and smashed by the system, who now qualifies for legal aid after being broken and smashed, after having his son taken away. And of the 17 solicitors given to me by this system to help me, guess how many had the decency to either call me back or email me? And I'll give you the answer, 0. None. And it's a bit like the homeless helpline. It all looks great, unless you ask a homeless person to ring it. No one ever answers the phone. So it all looks great, but they ain't got 25p a minute to wait for 45 minutes. And this system reminded me of that. And I'm going to be honest, I got to about the 10th of Jan and I thought there's nothing in this world. Nothing. No help, no support, and all I've been is an amazing daddy. An amazing support of his mum. Everybody knows this is a premeditated steal of my son. And yet the system has gone with it 1,000,000%. And the reality is that that restraining order issued in criminal court when I was found not guilty and only done for preventative reasons. Reality, the judge in criminal court, why does he need responsibility? He might as well put a 2-year restraining order on me, passes it to the family court, don't care. I was found not guilty, but she got a 2-year restraining order. She got what she wanted anyway for a false allegation. So I'm going to be honest, on about 14th of Jan, I thought I was just too broken. And I thought, well, the reality is the restraining order stays on until April 2025. And I can't see anything changing because nothing I've asked in the entire 2 years, despite ringing 17, emailing 17 solicitors and having no one come back to you, you realise that nothing's going to happen until April 2025. So then I rang Kafkas, and I'll tell you about that in the next chapter.
If you like Deano stories and you want more, and you've got stories of your own that you want told, get in contact and we can sort something out.
First little wobble on the small tiny feet, your first horse, first